I'm Logan Crawford, and right now on the Spotlight Network, we're delving into a powerful story of resilience, war, and hope. We're talking to a terrific author. His name is James Gerard, and he has penned a powerful book. It's called Haizean. It transports readers to the bombing of Guernica, the trials of World War II, and the transformative power of peace and reconciliation. This deeply moving story blends history, art, and human connection, offering a profound reminder of the enduring strength of the human spirit. We're delighted to have this very talented author join us here today on Spotlight. We thank the team at Prime 7 Media for helping us put him in the spotlight today. And we ask viewers like you to support authors like him by subscribing to our channel and by purchasing his amazing book. The links are below this interview. And don't forget to download the Spotlight Network TV app streaming on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV. James, thanks so much for joining us here today on Spotlight.
Thank you.
It's my pleasure. Tell us what inspired you to write this book and explore the themes of war and reconciliation.
Well, my friends at university were all Basque, and they showed me all about the Basque nation. And then when I found out so many Scottish people had went over to fight in the Civil War, I felt that there was a story there that needed telling.
Yeah, and it's quite a story. Tell us about the significance of Guernica and how it influences your story.
Well, Haizean means in the wind, and it's a reference to the Nazi and Italian planes that came over and bombed Guernica. It was thought to be a present for Hitler's birthday.
Yeah. Why did you choose to include Picasso's work and its connection to Guernica in the story?
Well, a picture can say a lot more than 1,000 words. So I thought it was good to get his picture in because it tells a lot of the sort of anguish and of the bombing.
Mm. Let's give the folks an overview of the book. Tell them a little bit what it's about.
Well, it's about this Basque doctor that comes over to Glasgow for a medical conference. He's over here for about 6 months, and he meets the other two protagonists, a woman and a man, and they all strike up a good friendship. And when Asier, the main character, goes back to Guernica, he asks John to come and visit him, and he goes to visit him. And while he's over there, the bombs get dropped, and Asier shoots an Italian soldier and has to flee to exile and eventually peace in Clydeside.
Yeah. What readers do you hope, what message do you hope readers take away from seeing the world's eyes through another's?
Well, hopefully they can see that war is not the answer. Because ultimately the doctor surgery set up by RCF and Ashland gets turned into a peace haven. And it's a peace haven that's still used to this day. And there's testimonials from students that have stayed here. And I've actually got a Polish man staying here just now.
Talk to us a little bit about the importance of the Peace Center in Scottstown and its symbolism.
Well, basically, it's like lots of foreign students come and they look at Glasgow and they look at their own country and they see what can be done better in Glasgow. Just some tips and ideas. It's different from most peace centres, as in it doesn't preach. The motto is, why try to carpet the world when it's easier to buy slippers? So it sort of delves into peace, but it's not out marching every day.
How did the historical context of pre-NHS healthcare influence the characters of the doctor and the nurse?
Well, basically, and Clydeside was a very poor place anyway. So when they set up their practice, people paid with what they had, like food, and they do some jobs for Haizean and Ashland.
Hmm. What inspired you to explore the perspective of someone in enforced exile for nearly 40 years?
Um, Basically, uh, he couldn't return to his homeland after killing an Italian soldier. So we explored the fact of like leaving his family, who he was told were dead.
Hmm. Yeah. How do Azir's diary serve as a window into his personal journey and the events of the war as well?
Well, basically, it was a way to get everything out.
Hmm.
Ashley encouraged him to keep a diary, and it was a way to get all his feelings out.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a great way to explore the character fully, his motivations, and all of the circumstances he endured and went through, no doubt. What role does endurance and hope play in the novel's resolution?
Well, a big role. When he finally goes back, and when Franco dies in '75, he goes back over and finds that his family and his wife are still alive. And this hope that he's carried with him
Hmm.
is realised when he sort of meets up with his family again.
Hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely. How does your book explore cultural differences and the connections across countries and times?
Basically, all different nationalities students come here, and they have debates, 10 o'clock debates on the different things that happen in our country. One of the nicest guys we had was from Moscow, and I think he felt a wee bit embarrassed with the different things that are happening in his country. He
Hmm.
was one of the nicest folks that's ever been here.
Hmm. Absolutely. Can you share a part of the book or a moment in the book that you found especially emotional and how it impacted you when you were writing it?
I think when he was reunited with his wife, he didn't know, like, at first who to choose. I mean, he was with Ashlyn now, but he'd missed his wife all those years. So I suppose that it was an emotional sort of part of the book that inspired me.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you've done wonderful work here. Are you working on any future projects? Tell us a little bit about your writing career.
Not at the moment. I usually just wait till the story comes to me and then I go on with it.
Hmm. Have you envisioned this as a movie? It seems like it's very visual. It could be a film, right?
I think the strongest medium for this story to be told would be a movie.
Hmm.
A movie would be the best way to tell this story.
Yeah. I think that'd be great. So, Hollywood, if you're listening, here's a great book that would make a wonderful movie. It is truly an amazing story. The name of the book is Haizean. It transports readers to the bombing of Guernica, the trials of World War II, and the transformative power of peace and reconciliation. It is a deeply moving story that blends history, art, and human connection, offering a profound reminder of the enduring strength of the human spirit. James, thank you so much for joining me here today on Spotlight.
Thank you very much for having me.
It's been my pleasure, sir. And to the folks at home, I'm Logan Crawford, thanking you for your time this time. Until next time on Spotlight.